All right, since the last recording, it has apparently started raining profusely, so we're gonna have to figure that one out. But in the meantime, we gotta get to like up by Camp Blue Fog, this ruined processing plant, to get to Final Coil. So with that in mind, let's get up there and find Final Coil, shall we? Yeah, no. So, I mean, the entirety of the first, I was looking at the recording, and it's like an hour and 20 some minutes or something like that. So, I actually realized I still don't know. It's just up here. Like I don't see it on the map in the top right, so I'm like, where is it? But no, the entire thing took like an hour and 20 some minutes to do first coil plus second coil, and considering the fact of like how long everything took, I don't know. We'll see. We're just gonna go and do it. You may review the opening cutscene for second coil Bahamut before accepting this quest. That's the thing. So, okay, wait. Did we get this out of order? Is that what's going on? I'm so confused. Okay, so it's now saying we can view the opening cutscene for a second coil Bahamut before accepting this quest. So all the dialogue we had up to this point, where they were talking to us about going into second coil, did not happen yet, I guess? That's what I'm saying. This whole thing is weird. We're going to say no, because we already did that. Alice is keen to seek Riandra's learned opinion on the disturbing events which unfolded during the expedition in this second coil. Okay. So, I guess it's asking me if I want to watch the cutscene again as a primer for this dialogue. Alright. Truly, it is a wonderful to escape that stifling air and to return to northern Thanalan again, it would appear. Okay, so that's fine. Alright, so let's see what's going on. We just ended up in Thanalan again. Got it. I must thank you, Tiberius. Were it not for your bravery, I strongly doubt that I would be standing here now. Ah, but you need not tarry on my account. The danger has passed. Pray go on ahead and apprise Eorzea of all that has occurred. I will join you anon. My thoughts are yet unruly, and I would rest here a while. Alright. So, we gotta pray return to the Waking Sands, like, again. We're just gonna go to Horizon and then just take a Chocobo Porter in. Because that's how we do. But no, just like I said, this whole New Game Plus thing for this entire thing is very strange. I do not understand why it's doing what it's doing. Is that an archer? No, it's a dragoon. Oh, it's a bard. I guess it is. Okay. Alright, so we'll take our Choco Porter into Waking Sands, Whisper Bay. But yeah, no, this whole thing, it's like, do you want to watch the cutscene? It's like, well, I mean, like, I guess it's there as like a primer so that you can then know what, I don't know, like, so you can know what happened beforehand. Hey, remember what happened? You don't? Okay, well, what if you want to watch the cutscenes first? It's like, no, I don't really feel the need to watch the cutscenes again, but, I mean, sure. But, I don't know. So, we got through first coil, we got through second coil. I don't know if, I somehow, so most of the episodes of this have been about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes, give or take. Some have been a little bit longer, around an hour and a half. Some have been shorter, around an hour. I have my doubts as to where that even with it unsynced, or with it being unsynced, that it's going to take an entire hour to do Final Coil. So, I mean, I'm a little on the fence. Like, do I just go and do Final Coil and then move on afterwards? I'm thinking it. I mean, it makes most sense, right? Like, just go on. Like we don't have to be like, oh, yeah, well, it's got to be capped off at Final Coil. I mean, we've been jumping in between stuff the whole time, so it just seems in the part of my brain in the OCD way that it behaves is like, oh yeah, well, no, naturally that Gak Mebax, yeah, I'll bet, sure. So after we're done with Final Coil, assuming we have enough time, we will continue. We will resume Part 5 of New Game Plus and move from there. So let's talk to Eorzea and get this going. The triumphant hero doth return. Thine eyes speak of the dread's task completion. The second coil now lieth dormant. Yet I sense the tidings thou bearest are not altogether glad. Pray tell me, what ill hath cast a shadow which falleth now across thy brow? That's a way to speak, boy, I tell you what. I am sure that annoys somebody. I think it's like loosely charming, it's just hard to read for me. But, you know, it is what it is. An old foe and an old friend. So 'twas but ethereal shadow of Master Louisoix that Lady Eorzea beheld, an unnatural conjuration and the thrall of the elder primal. That the fiend should deign to choose him of all men, even in full knowledge of the shade's true nature, I would be hard pressed to weather such a confrontation. Yet what agonies must the young mistress have endured? Such torment did she ne'er deserve. Mayhap 'twere better if Lady Eorzea did absent herself from the future forays unto the coils. Oh, someone's come. You don't give me any dial, I don't know how to read it. Okay. My lady. I am resolved to defeat these fiends, and naught shall sway me from my path. Now, let us peer more deeply into the well of our discoveries. As you wish, my lady. By your leave, I would speak first of the coil's late guardian, Nail Van Darnus. Van Darnus was legatus of the Gallian Empire who strove to bring about Eorzea's final destruction, only to fall even as the sixth sun did set. If thou had heard tales of the White Raven, then it is he whom you speak. Aye, he, I say, for Nail was certainly no maid. The noble house of Van Darnus, as we discovered all too late, had long safeguarded the wisdom of ancient Allag. 'Twas thus that legatus came to learn the true nature of Dalamud and to seek to employ the Red Moon as a weapon against Eorzea. But the crystal tower and the mechanisms required to command the satellite yet lay hidden beneath the ground, compelling Nail to construct a far less suitable mechanism. And in his first faltering attempts to communicate with Dalamud, he did lightly rouse the satellite's slumbering prisoner. Thenceforth did the White Raven's soul belong to Bahamut. He was fortunate indeed to acquire so powerful a thrall by chance. 'Tis little wonder he had so low the part of him. Why let a simple thing like death deprive one of so useful a pawn? Though we may accuse him of bungling Van Darnus's resurrection, I dare say Bahamut was content to have a handmaiden as a servant. I only hope that the two thralls we encounter were the extent of his flock. Yet I cannot help but dwell on Nail's words, those, quote, beloved children of whom he spoke. I assume at first that he referred to the moon's ghastly guardians, but should Bahamut have enslaved other mortals, we need remove the source of worship. Otherwise our efforts to disable the coils shall be for naught. Forgive me mine indelicacy, my lady. Thou art wise, indeed, to speak of expunging the primal thralls, but canst thou truly pursue a course which would cost thee thine own grandsire? My heart and mind are as one on this matter. Grandfather's salvation can be won by a single method, the destruction of Bahamut, and aught that might serve to sustain him. Tiberius, while Urianger and I endeavor to ascertain the existence of any further thralls, I might suggest you yourself grant a moment's respite. Rest assured that I will contact you the moment I have need of your inimitable talents. That we have achieved so much I owe you. I fear that our trials have barely begun. Alright. I still don't know what they're talking about with Louisoix. We've only seen his back one time. I don't understand. Though time had dulled the pain of thy passing, I find I am wounded afresh. Master Louisoix, what good shall come of this unending search for knowledge and truth? Long have I believed the pursuit of such treasures to be a duty of every true Charlian. Yet with each new revelation serveth only to heap further anguish upon those whom would fain protect. Must we truly reach for more? So you have found your resolve, dear sister. Will you now use for the secret, for the key that only you and I hold? Given our familiar propensity for curiosity, you would do well to remember that the keys may serve to seal doors as well as unlock them, and Bahamut is a most unwelcome guest to whom the door should never have been opened. Alright, guess we're gonna figure this one out. Man is wont to cast a light wheresoever the secrets lie, hid in darkness. Though that which illuminateth seldom bringeth him joy, so is with such unhappy truths that Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Yet ever onward forgeth Mistress Eorzea, undeterred by the burden of knowledge that weigheth heavily on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path that she has chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Tiberius, remain by her side as her vigilant blade, that she might see her quest to its conclusion. I mean, sure. It's kind of what we're doing, right? We're gonna whoop them and strip them. Tiberius, it is well that you are here. My lady, how might I serve you this day? I have met with some difficulty in my mission, Rianje. I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath Cottonnoe Flats even as we speak. If we were to prevent his return, we must need to disable the 2 remaining internment hulks that sustain him. Every moment of our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink. I thought we already did 2 of them. Shouldn't there only be 1? One more? Alright. Alas, though I've determined the locations of the fragments of Dalamud leading to the hulks, I have been able to find a way to enter them. And gaining admittance is but the first step in your perilous undertaking. When last thou descended into Bahamut's subterranean fastness, thou discovered, didst thou not, the dread primal had bound the shade of Nailvan Darnus unto his will, and though thou didst consign the fallen legatus to blessed oblivion, thou mayest recall the piteous wretch was not alone. Doubt not but for the Bahamut's other thralls shall seek to hinder thy passage. You can say his name, Urianger. I have not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us. My lady, I would remind you, as oft reminded myself, that the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade which defiled his memory. So he's like a fake dude. Okay. The violent verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from the grandsire, but from Bahamut himself. You needn't worry, Urianger. Come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. But mere words will not take us to where we must go. As I said, I have been unable to find a way to enter the fragments of Dalamud. My lady, might I suggest that you visit the fragments again in Tiberius's company? Full oft hath the warrior of light set events in motion by virtue of his presence alone. 'Tis possible he may do so again. I, the while, will search for answers of mine own. By our efforts combined, full sure that I am the path which shall be revealed to us ere long. Were it anyone else, I should question the wisdom of such advice, yet I cannot deny that what you say about Tiberius is true. Very well, I shall do as you suggest. Assuming you have no objections, of course. Good. Now, we seek entry to 2 fragments of Dalamud. One lies at the Burning Wall in eastern Thanalan, and the other at the Singing Shards in Mordona. I left an assistant at each location, so we're going to 2 places, okay. With instructions to continue searching for a means of ingress. It is not impossible that they have since found something useful for us. Let's begin by visiting my man at the Burning Wall. Dex, I think it was. Alright. So we're gonna go out and figure it out. Alright, so we're going to the Burning Wall. I don't know where the Burning Wall is, but we're going. Alright, so it looks like it's back in the corner. Or by Camp Drybone, I guess? Alright. Sure, why not? Alright. Oh man, I've never been here before. Oh, he's driving the thing from the raid thing. I didn't even know that was a mount. It makes... Oh, I'm doing it. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I saw the flying car and I was bad, like, to quote Halo. It's like, I was blinded by its majesty and I forgot that I'm not supposed to fly. But thankfully it was just falling with style. It wasn't really flying, so... Alright, so we gotta go way over in there. Which is totally fine. Not super easy, barely an inconvenience, as they say. So, come. Let's listen to Final Fantasy IX music and travel our slow selves over there. That guy thinks I don't see him under there. I do. If I could report those people, I would, but I can't find, like, there's no easy way to do it. So, it is what it is, I guess. But, oh, Mahis? We fought this guy before and they petrified us. Let's fight him again so he can petrify us and give us more tombstones. What do you guys think? Do you guys think you'll like it? I do. Come on, baby. Still didn't make it, but he's dead once again. And now we will sit here for 30 seconds. It's just comical to me. It's like we kill him, but the torpedo's already in the water, so to speak. But I can't turn down free hunting marks, you know what I mean? That's how I buy my... I'm running really low on eighth rate tickets, and that's how I save my money. And now with the ability to like constantly teleport all over the place and it costing like an absolute fortune, I can't afford to like not have it. So let's continue on. Yet more rich in the seals that we have. How many do I have even? Let's see. Let's see. Allied seal 603, Centurio seals like 1,000. I could probably buy a fair amount of 8th rate tickets. I can't remember which one. I think it's the Centurio seals, but I can't remember. So, such is life, as they say. Okay. Let's go find our way where we're going. Was it right up here? That's fine, that's good. Alice's assistant. A man dressed in dapper clothes. I say, you are not Master Fox, my lady's most faithful companion? Sinis, sir, at your service, and may I say what an honor it is to meet you. I remember they were kind of following him around. She was in the pub with him one time. How goes the survey, Dex? My lady, it shames me to say that I have found no viable path to the fragment. Though it stands there before our very eyes, the way thither has thus proven impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused the prodigious amounts of aether to spew forth. 'Twas this that gave rise to the land's twisted lay, which seems destined to thwart our efforts. So this is responsible for all this stuff over here. Okay. Even when we're opening to exist, I fear that we will struggle to reach it. We cannot give up. Keep trying. So near and yet so far. Well, it avails us not to stand here and stare at this thing. Let us away to Mordona and try the other fragment. Perhaps Sinis has fared better. Upon that note, my lady, there is something I must tell you. I'm sorry to report that I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. As you know, singing shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened to Dex. What? Why didn't you... Give me strength. We must hurry to assistance aid, Tiberius. I think she got their names backwards. Maybe I'm crazy, but... She was like, oh yeah, this guy's Dex and that guy's that one. It's like, no, it's that guy and then the other guy. Alright, well let's go to Mordona. Mordona, not to be confused with Less Dona. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You wouldn't want to get less Dona, right? Yeah. Alright, I know it was a bad joke. Alright, so... Let's get over there. I'm gonna go up to the orange spot up there. I always really liked like this whole motif of all this like crystal and the crystal tower in the distance. But, you know, tis what it is, as they say. Alright, I don't know which way I'm supposed to go to get there. We're gonna go this way and hope it gets us where we want to go. Alright. I always like the mana cutter. Is it the most impressive thing? No? But does it work? Yes. Alright, I don't know if we're supposed to go this way or this way. We're gonna go this way first and see what happens if we go down here. Oh, did I go the right way? There goes a guy. Hey guy, what's up? Alright. I remember doing some fates over here a long while back, but well, there's Alice's assistant, the other guy. Let's help him out. I mean, it's bolder than Mr. Clean. Thank you, adventurer. For a moment there, I feared my bones were to be ground up and used to bake bread. I am relieved to see that you are unharmed. It was wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you. My lady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. If you please, I shall report you on my findings. As you can see, the tip of the fragment is exposed. The rest is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. We might try excavating the area around the fragment, but that is likely to take time, and there really is no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I am forced to conclude that gaining entry to this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, my lady. Confound it, just like her brother. Loves the word confound. Confound it, we are losing precious time. What are we to do now? 'Tis I, Eorzea. Glad tidings have I to thee and my lady. For a blessing a way have been found to which they may enter the remaining fragments of Dalamud. Pray escort Mr. Salazar to the cerulean processing plant in northern Thanalan. There all shall be made clear. Alright. Just ask Sid to do it. Eorzea has found a way. I just have him pick us up and drop us off. Then we must go to him at once. Alright. So as much time as it's taken, I was saying I didn't think this was going to take an hour, but with the way it's taken all this extra story in the beginning I was not expecting. I'm not mad, just surprised, you know what I mean? So with all that in mind, it might actually take this might be a full episode, so or at least close enough that it could be a full episode. So let's find out. There's Eorzea. Mine apologies for summoning you thus from afar, my lady, but tis here that your journey might finally begin. I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Thanalan. Nor are you mistaken, my lady, yet a pathway doth exist, one that yourself have made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the Binding Coil, 'twas at the crystal formation which lieth in the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not? Yes, an ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. That much I had surmised. Are you suggesting that we can use it to return underground? Even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored? It need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemed plain that two intermittent hulks may share the selfsame ethereal ingress. From this we did infer that others may be connected likewise. Thus did we labor long to verify the existence of further tributaries to the selfsame stream, in which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination. That one might reach what we may call the headwater, we proposed to employ a modified aetheryte which serveth to amplify such ripples as do originate from said source. By focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey. Yet be fairly warned, my lady. As with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method entaileth considerable danger. Merely in it to attempt the voyage could cost you your life. That is a risk I am willing to take. You are brilliant, Eorzea. But I am curious, do you have assistance in forming this plan? I could not help noticing your repeated use of the word we, unless you have taken to using majestic plural in our absence. Nay, my lady. As you have correctly surmised, I am not alone in this endeavor. Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it. Alright, well, it seems like we got a way in. Have to keep muting my mic while I yawn. I haven't worked in like 3 days, my time off, and I am still reeling from how much work I did. Like an old man. Wait a minute, I gotta look at this. What are they doing? They're like hanging out. What are you guys doing? Oh, it's like a little aetheryte thing. A couple of dudes. Alright, cool. That's interesting. It's neat. So that must be the modified aetheryte. But what are the immortal flames doing here? Those men may be sworn to Flame Zul'Dai, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Levelure. Alphino, so it was you who was helping Urianger. Who else would it have been, dear sister? Lest you worry. Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to do that. He has no intention of getting in the way, I believe is what it said. But given the fact of what's at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered. Would you not agree? At the very least, do not cross with Urianger. 'Twas at my behest that he kept silent. We will speak later. You mad? Why you mad? Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged in meet that Master Alphino be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courses yet through both your veins, and if he must needs be struck down... Do you hear that, Alphino? I mean to strike down, grandfather, and when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the ether. Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy. Grandfather's legacy? So you still do not know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by a borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was grandfather's goal, and we made it ours, both of us. That's why we came here, unless you had forgotten. Gods forbid I should ever forget, Eorzea, but you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire to fervently protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. But let us speak of this another time. For now, prevent Bahamut's return is all that matters. To be plain, I have no objection to striking down whatever is left of grandfather. You know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House Levelure, I would be present for his final moments. Very well, you may join us, on one condition. I make the decisions. Alright. So, the twins are gonna do that. Alright, Erkenrad. I saw her standing back there, that must be who has it. If you please, my lady, the name's Erkenrad. Our preparations are just about complete. When you're ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word, and I'll be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant. She got a pretty motif, little scar on her face and stuff. Pray no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, you and I together we shall see our journey to its end. Okay. It's time to do final coil and drive back. I do final coil. Alright. Yeah, I saw her standing there next to this thing. And I was like, I wonder what that is. Is that a thing? It is. I have been waiting for you, Master Fox. I am pleased to say the Aetheryte's primed and ready. As you know, the remaining internment hulks are connected to the fragments in eastern Thanalan and Mordona. It's to the former that we'll be sending you first. Now that you're starting inside the hulk, meaning that you won't have to cover so much ground, the drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything, for my lady's sake if not your own. And that's about all I can tell you. When your preparations order, just give me the word and I'll send you on your way. I may even throw in a prayer for your speedy return just to be on the safe side. Alright. Is it time? Tell me it's time. Boom, the final coil of Bahamut now accessible. Alright. So, with that out of the way, let's do it. You know, this actually, I think, ended up working out better. I mean, we get the story, we get to enjoy what it is. And we're not, you know, spending hours doing the raids. I feel like if you were synced, this would probably take a lot longer, so. But ain't nothing but a G thing, as they say. So, let's do it. So this is how it looks on the inside. This interment hulk still functions. The teleportation was a success. We are come to the right place. There's no telling how much further Bahamut regenerated since we last beheld him. Let us make haste to the main bridge and deactivate the coil. There are receptacles similar to these in the previous hulk. Those held chimerical beasts, but only the Elegans know what other abominations may be sleeping within.
They may very well be part of Dalamud's internal defenses. We must stay on our guard at all times.
And there's the missile for Pizza Planet in the background. Those almost look like wings for a second. I was thinking like Alexander or something for a second there, but all right, let's ain't nothing to it but to do it. Oh, they're all gonna burst out. Hiya. All right. At least this one's already here. That's a lot of those things. I'm sure it's fine. Alright, let's just keep pushing through. I'm sure a bunch of these are gonna burst every now and again just to blow up stuff. I'm just looking. I keep thinking about how some of the achievements are like, you know, for mapping the realm I didn't have, which is very confusing to me. Behind me? Oh, yep, there are a bunch of them. Okay. Alright, come on, you. Oh no, I got cats accosting my area. Goop! You don't need to be here, Goop. Go! I don't know what it is about cats. They always wanting to get into your, you know, the whole thing. I don't know. They can go anywhere they want to go, but they want to get in your stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, so there's a lot of like wyverns and dragons and stuff in there. They all look like Twintanias and stuff. Is that like a coral type thing? Oh, it's like a dragon coral? Interesting. Alright. Well, let's try and kill it. The Imdugood. Alright, Imdugood. Oh no, it's not dying. It's invulnerable now. Oh no. Alright, let's assume that we're supposed to kill Az. Alright. Can I hit it now? I can. Okay. Yeah, stuff like that always throws me. It's like, oh yeah, it's suddenly invulnerable. It's like, oops. Alright. Final coil 1 down. Not too bad. Pretty simple, but nice little introductory thing. I like how I don't put my fist up and pump the air. I just kind of nod like, yeah. Yeah, no, that's what would happen right there. Alright.
By the 12 dragons, and so many. We were aware that the Alligans possessed the means to control the creatures, but to imprison them thus is barbaric. I would not wish such a fate upon my worst enemy. 'Tis plain that no love was lost between the Alligans and the dragons, but was it truly necessary to keep so great a number here? Dalamud did not want for defenses, but this we have experienced firsthand. Such guardians as the Alligans created, both living and unliving, were surely no less capable of repelling intruders than these poor creatures. This kind of makes like Allah's Law and stuff make a little more sense. Tell me something, Eorzea. Have you not managed to determine by whose will Bahamut exists? No, I have not. At first I assumed the Bahamut had no people of his own, but the Alligans had perhaps discovered a way to simulate prayer itself. However, Nail's words gave me cause to reconsider, specifically the Shade's mention of Bahamut's beloved children. From that I inferred the primals given form by the will of worshippers whom we have yet to... Oh. God, strike me down for being a blind fool. Bahamut's beloved children right there before my very eyes. How could I be so stupid? Who else but the dragons would Eld summon Bahamut? Who else could they sustain him? And to think I wondered why the Alligans kept them imprisoned here. Even should the flame of Bahamut's life go out, his faithful children would summon him back. For this reason, the Allegan Empire kept an army of dragons here in a perpetual state of duress, that they might sustain the Primal's existence. Truly, the Allegans' ingenuity knew no bounds, and neither did their cruelty. So, small wonder that Bahamut was so enraged. Let no one deny that it was a man who sowed the seeds of the calamity. Will you now turn your hatred toward your own kind, dear sister? Do not patronize me, Alphino. I merely acknowledge our guilt. Lest you be in doubt, I have no intention of allowing Bahamut to lay waste to the world. Regardless of the atrocities the Allegans committed against his kind, we have no choice but to eliminate all who worship him, be they his children or his thralls. It seems reasonable to assume that the system responsible for the Primal's regeneration is also responsible for sustaining the captive dragons. If we disable it, all should perish. Let us press on. Should be all sassy and preachy. All sassy and preachy, Eorzea. Alright. Onward! Okay. Turn 2. Let's see what's up. I saw a giant orb in the picture, so we'll see what happens. Oh, we're on like the top of the giant orb? That's cool looking. I feel like I just keep saying that. That looks cool, that looks cool. But it does, it looks cool, so there. Alright, so we got 2 different ways we can go, left or right. Right hand, let's go. Got man cannons like Halo. Alright. Let's see. I'm assuming we're proceeding toward the center of the map. Where the thing is. Oh, we're going down. Oh no. Dude, I'm assuming it's magic that I'm not breaking my legs. I don't know what that was. Oh no. Is this I have to have... Oh no, here it is. That's what I was talking about. Okay, so quick sleuths will notice that we are on a different run entirely. It is the next day. So I am too Destiny brained. That's where most of my raiding experience comes from, is playing Destiny like 7 or 8 years ago. So when I tried to walk on a plate, see, it's doing this, nothing happens. I see there are 2 plates, I go, oh, well, we have to have people on both plates and then do it. So I think I gotta get help. So I quit and I just said, fine, that's it for the night. Then I went and watched a video. No, actually, you just have to stand a stupidly long time on the plate until it finally, you know, deactivates or activates, whatever you want to say. And I just didn't know. Because, like, how would you know that? How would you know that you had to do that, right? Like, that is a really long time to wait for this plate, right? Like, if you have people with you, I guess it would be faster, but, like, I didn't know. So it's next day, you know, welcome to the party. So small notes, I did, just in case you hear anything in the background, I'm going to go ahead and hope that you don't, but I stupidly decided, like, hey, you know what, I haven't run the cleaning cycle for my washing machine in a while, and then I realized after I started it, maybe like 10 minutes later, I was like, you know, that spin cycle like makes like a moderate amount of noise. So I don't know, was that the best thing to do? So I don't think it's gonna be an issue, but you know, if you hear anything slightly in the background, that's likely why. In the meantime though, we're continuing our escapade through Binding Coil. You know, this is all gonna be one cut for everybody else, but yeah, this plate completely bamboozled me. I just did not know. And I feel silly for not realizing, but like, you know, what are you gonna do, you know? Okay, so I activated that, but nothing happened. Must be have to go around the other way? Okay, well, let's go.
Yeah, I just feel so absolutely silly. Is this a thing? Do I just stand on this? Can I stand on this? Do I have to go with this? No, I don't do that. I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go. So I pushed that plate. Oh no. Okay, hang on. It's not over. It's not over. Nothing is over. All right, I don't know. Okay, so here's the challenge I'm at here. Obviously, you have to activate plate. I don't know if you're supposed to traditionally, when you're with everybody, split up, right? You split up and then you go around. We can't do that, obviously. So, and I know if you go in this, you die. So we're just gonna kill ourselves and take 800,000 damage. Yes, we're going to go back to the beginning. But I don't know if there's a better way to do that. I don't know it. So we're just gonna go. Now it says shortcut. I'm not falling for that. So we're just gonna go around because I don't know if I need to like I don't know what you want to say, find another path, so to speak. So if you want, I could eat some pizza. Good. But no, so I don't know. We'll figure this out one or the other. I only watched up to this point because I was absolutely staggered by. I was like, oh man, I don't know this and this and that, and then it's like, oh yeah, no, you just have to, you know, do this and that, and you just get there. It's like, oh, okay. So last time, I believe I went that way, so let's go this way. Am I right? Did I go that way, or did I go the other way last time? I don't even know anymore. Because I'm looking at this, and I see that, and is that going to launch me back? Hang on. If that's going to launch me back to where I was, then maybe I need to go back and go the other way. I thought I went the other way last time. I'm not falling for this. I ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe, you know what I mean? Unless, of course, they both go the same place, at which time I'm a complete goober guffaw, whatever. I could also go to the left in the very beginning, too. But that's crazy talk, you know what I mean? Alright, there's bad guys here, so I haven't been this way. Cool. When we signed up for this, I'll tell you what, I know everyone was thinking, man, I want to watch a man slowly bumble his way through Binding Coil. That's what I wanted. That's what I signed up for. Okay, so now we're back here, and there's another button. So I'm going to assume that this is correct, right? So I'll stand on the overly long plate. I just can't get over how slow that plate is. But no, okay, so there we go. We deactivated the things, now we can go to the button. And I'm assuming it's like a boss arena. Alright. It's interesting to think, because yeah, it's all stuff just fell out of the sky, you know? It's a cyber hydra! Alright, Kalia. Alright. Alright, so far so good. Down. Man, that was a hard one. Sorry, Cyber Hydra, I know you probably had some serious swag, but not today, you don't. It would be much cooler if I had friends, but I'm much like real life, I don't. Of course I kid, but you know. Alright, so that's turn 2 done. I will not get bamboozled by plates further, hopefully.
Why, this looks like a model of Dalamud, yes.
A model of Dalamud, okay.
For millennia, Bahamut must have gazed at this unchanging view, trapped inside a prison that was scarcely large enough to contain him, unable to move, deny the release of death. How his hatred for man must have burned.
Yeah, trap him in there long enough, he'd probably be kind of mad.
And that hatred found an ideal vessel in nailed Darnus. In many ways, Bahamut is to be pitied, not loathed. But knowing the true extent of his fury, I am more convinced than ever of the necessity of our endeavor.
I mean, I don't really pity him, but that's because he's a giant dragon, so I want to try and kill everybody.
Besides, his is not the only soul that cries out for vengeance.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's... I get what she's saying, but at the same time, like... I don't know. I'm a believer in, like, listen, you are what you make of your circumstances. If you're a crazy evil dragon, and then someone imprisons you, and then the next people tear, you know... It's like, we didn't imprison you. Some people did, I didn't do it. But, you know, whatever. On to turn 3, we're getting close to the end.
Gods, he is almost whole again.
Okay, I did not see voice cutscenes coming at all. That was kind of cool, but like surprising. I was like, oh yeah, no, it's nothing. But don't mind me, just growing a Bahamut down here, no big deal.
His size is staggering. I can scarce imagine how Grandfather stood against such a monstrosity.
One thing I will say is, maybe I'm alone in this, but this whole Allegan thing, especially this, reminds me a lot of Mass Effect 2, where you're going in, there's like the giant Reaper there that it's like slowly building, or you know, it's building or whatever, and you have to fight it. I know that's not exactly what's going on, but it's what it reminds me of.
This cannot be allowed to proceed any further. Let us disable the coil and move on. Grandfather?
I didn't see that coming at all.
No, that man is dead. I will not dishonor my beloved grandsire's memory by calling you such. You are but his twisted shape, the thrall of a mad primal.
Again, I stress, I know it's not been the whole day for everybody else, but it's been a whole day for me. I don't understand. I don't remember seeing him before this, like except for like the back of his head one time. They act like we've run into him like 5 times.
To disregard my warning, child. Are you so convinced of your own righteousness?
"'Tis the rightness of our path that led us to return. Eorzea will never be safe whilst Bahamut remains to threaten all we hold dear."
I will say this like story is actually like kind of compelling and interesting. Like the whole advent of A Realm Reborn is like Bahamut going through and destroying everything. So finding out that not only did the dragon not disappear, he's actually getting ready to launch a giant another assault that, you know, enough to blow up the world, right? And so he's getting ready to do that again. And then also you have to contend with the shades of not only this general who was the one who was basically responsible for everything in 1.0, if I understand correctly, but also the basically like this fake Spectre version of your dead, of, you know, the leader of your group, or in their case, the twins' case, like their dead grandfather, right? Like, that's, I don't know, Ed is at least loosely compelling, right? Like, at least to me anyway, right? Like, there's such a big linchpin here for everything that's happened up to this point.
What of the hero who gave his life in defense of the realm? Do you truly dispute the justice of our cause?
My poor, ignorant grandchildren. Your world is shaped by naught but recent conflict. Listen, and I will speak to you of justice.
Also, perhaps I should have noticed at some point, but in the very beginning of Realm Reborn when he's talking, I did not realize that the narrator was supposed to be Louisoix. I just assumed it was just a disembodied voice that was just telling you stuff. But his voice is clearly the voice you hear. So the one that's telling you about stuff that's going on and kind of like leading up in the intro to Realm Reborn. Sorry, I can totally hear my dryer spin cycle in the background. I couldn't hear it until now. But anyway, yeah. I'm going to hold for a minute and then let that pass, and then I'll come back. Okay, the washer's done. Fun fact, if you sit in a cutscene like this for too long, it will just skip you ahead to the boss. So I had to leave and then come back and then wait. So yeah. Anyway, Louisoix, I don't know. It's just a whole interesting thing. It's a lot of tying it into 2.0. So or 1.0.
'Twas
Sorry.
in the twilight of the third astral era. The southern land of Mericidia suffered invasion at the hands of the Alagon Empire. With no atrocity too depraved for their purpose, the forces of Alec were unstoppable in their advance.
You know, I feel like I know they still touched on the Alligans a lot, but I feel like a lot more could have been done with them. You know, it just kind of like you kind of touch on some of their stuff in Heaven's Ward, like going to Allah's Law and stuff like that. But I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna pay really good attention when we go through Heaven's Ward because maybe there's just more there and I just forgot because that's happened a lot. So
Desperate for salvation, the dragons prayed to one of their first brood, to their ancestor Bahamut. Infused by the power of their fervent supplications, Bahamut arose from the abyss of death and took wing as the Mericidians' new-born god. Yet this great miracle would only serve to further the maniacal designs of the dragon's imperial conquerors. The cruel fetters which bind my lord stand testament to the Alagon's boundless greed and hubris. I once summoned the 12 in an attempt to forestall the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. What then did the dragons of Mericidia do that I did not? Wherefore are they accursed and I exalted? 'Tis man's overweening belief in his own primacy that blinds him to the commonness of his condition and the truth of his own tyranny.
man knows how to say words, I guess.
As long as man is suffered to remain, the dragons shall never be at peace. Only when the plague of people has been expunged shall the children of Lord Bahamut be free. Then shall the world know true justice.
Stop it! Grandfather would never say such things. His belief that people were worth saving never faltered. He had faith in their strength, that they could stand together and push back against the darkness seeking to shape them.
A false hope. 'Tis folly to place one's faith in so flawed a race. Stand together? Huh. They would first need to agree on which direction to face. If history teaches us anything, it is that man cannot find common ground between his own 2 feet.
I'm not gonna lie, that goes kind of hard. That was a pretty good burn. Like, that was like the most sophisticated burn I think I've heard in years.
Even you, twins whose veins run with the same blood, struggle to fathom each other's reasoning. You hide your differing agendas behind the convenient banner of Eorzea's salvation. Given your obvious self-interest, can you truly claim no kinship with the Alagon? And though I hope they might bring you closer, 'twould seem that the twin grimoires I bestowed upon you were a wasted gesture.
Dang, dude. Dude is digging in deep to give him the best cuts they can give him. It's also funny because later it's like he becomes a sage, which becomes a red mage, and they never use him again.
There may well be truth in your judgment of Eorzea and me, but such a one-sided tirade bemoaning the evils of man rings false, coming from the lips of Archon Louisoix.
Look, I don't want to be this guy. Just hear me out, though. Someone wrote this, and it's been good so far. But I'm gonna be that guy for just a second. Eorzea and me, dude, it's Eorzea and I. Like, come on. you're not. You're an adult. Like you can run. That is like the one most like generic, like ridicule, grammar Nazi thing that anybody could possibly know. Everyone knows that. If you don't know that, you didn't learn anything at any point. I'm just saying. I don't want to be that guy, but they're making me that guy.
Tell me, do you champion the cause of dragons because Bahamut compels you as his thrall? Or is it because you yourself have transcended the limits of man's existence?
Ah, so the possibility did not escape your notice. What I prayed for, and what I have become. These are the keys that unlock the truth behind Eorzea's rebirth.
His clothes are really puffy. Look at how puffy that is.
If you would have them, then you must needs take them by force. Come, rend this divine form asunder and claim your answers.
Oh, I got one of those. It's like a dragon bird thing. And now I know where it's from. Because I had that as a mount. I forget what for. I think it was like an anniversary of the game. Yeah, that, except it's like red. Well, I mean the fire is red. But this dragon bird thing?
I
Yeah.
thought... No. He has become a primal?
It is difficult, I know, but you must accept it. That entity is no phantom or imposter. It is our beloved grandsire.
So wait, are we saying that Louis Sois has become corrupted and now he's become a primal? Like it's not like a fake? Now it's suddenly not fake anymore? Okay. I mean, didn't really have a chance to do anything, but I guess we're gonna do it. Alright. Whatever. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. Just let me fight, come on. Invulnerable, of course you are. I'm too swole. Come on, I need to fight you. Come on. You're not strong enough. You do not have enough badges to train me. Come on out of your shield so I can actually knock you down. Alright. I respect the hustle, but you're done. Okay, so he's a not, but is the guy, I guess. It's just very strange. And now he's shattered to like a million pieces. I look pretty upset about it too. I'm not like kinda sad. I'm just looking to see like, what did I get? High elegant Etherstone weaponry. Well, you know, let's, I don't really need like 90% of the stuff. I just kind of like want to see. I did get a faded copy of From the Ashes. I don't, you know what's another thing that happened? Just fun fact. I have never at any point learned how to fix the broken, like things, like the broken, things. I'm assuming it's a crafting thing, but I don't know that. Sorry, just give me a second. I just want to like, I don't want my inventory to get too full. That would be dumb. Alright, so let's move on. Probably gonna have some dialogue, maybe. No dialogue at all. Okay, well, here we go. It's happening. Cue your office jokes. Oh man, it's happening. Alright. Turn 4, baby. Let's go. Let's fight Bahamut 1. Let's 1v1 Bahamut right now. I take him to lockout, but that's a Halo joke and not everyone will appreciate it. Question mark? I haven't heard this music in a little bit. Or at least feels like a little bit.
'Twas a long and arduous road, but at last we reach its end. Farewell, Bahamut. I banish you back to the ether.
It's bold of you to think you can just push a button and turn it off, man. I don't know.
He is not yet whole. I did not think him capable.
And yet he is. He just fired lasers from his half-grown torso.
Eorzea! Eorzea!
Get wrecked, I guess.
I had thought it finally over.
Oh, he's gonna fire his laser
I will
again?
not survive another blast.
I'm fine. I don't know about you guys.
No. Is this how I honor my promise to Grandfather?
I mean, it do be kind of looking like
You
it.
must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm. Your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
I will, Grandfather. In fact, I believe I already have. That reason has been with me all along, guiding me. Eorzea's blade of light, shearing through endless shrouds of darkness.
I'm not impressed by this dialogue. It's not bad, it's just kind of like, I don't know. Something about it just seems off. I don't know, it's hard for me to articulate.
I have been shown the miraculous feats of which we are all capable, of which I am capable. Bahamut, you have wreaked enough havoc. I will not let your wrathful fires consume all that we know and love.
Not a lot, it's pretty cool. We'll get a barrier. Yeah, for real, dude, get up and give her a hand, would
I
you?
have waited to hear you say that. You have found your resolve at last. Let me join my strength to yours. In this place, in this moment,
That's a really tall book.
Our purpose has become one.
Is it supposed to do that? Because they're kind of looking at it like it's not supposed to do that. Oh crap, it's Voltron book!
For the future of Eorzea!
That was so corny. Like, it's not bad, but it was kind of corny at the same time, man.
This last task is yours, Warrior of Light. You must destroy Bahamut's crystal core.
At least you got the music that slaps, but that it was just kind of corny. They're just trying to go like full on Power Rangers. They get that like Voltron. I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. It's funny, but it's kind of cool at the same time. It's like, I'm reminded of that thing about Broly. It's so lame, but it's so cool, but it's so lame. Okay, this arena seems familiar. Oh, is that supposed to be me and everyone else that's not here? Cool. Yeah, they're supposed to be here, but they're not, so... Sorry to disappoint you, Dragon Man. I won't deny, though, Bahamut's got presence, dude. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I mean, next to him, I think the only other primal that's probably cooler than him, just off the top of my head, is probably Odin. But that's mostly because of Final Fantasy VII and, like, what you call it? Steel-bladed sword. Oh, he's trying to Giga Flare me already. Sorry to do that to you, dude. Alright. He's been waxed. Alright. I'm gonna fly away like Superman right now. Alright, final coil, Bahamut, complete. And we did that. That story was worth it, I think. I really do. And we're gonna open these because God knows anything. Dreadworth handgun, don't know what that is. And then body gear or something or other. I don't know. Neo Aetherstone. What's this? Dreadworm, what's this? A machinist's arm, Dreadworm handgun. I gotta see what this looks like, hang on. Display gear, and then sheath it. Unsheath it? Okay, it's like a little grenade launcher type thing, kinda. I mean, you could do worse, I suppose. Kinda interesting. I'm not like super impressed by it, but the Dreadworm gear attire, that's cool. Let's see, neither this body gear, I mean, I'll open this later just to try it and see if it's any good, see if it looks cool. And I'm gonna scrap this because everybody knows you only go for the top tier, you know what I mean? Alright, with that out of the way, let's return home.
You did it!
I did. Because I'm busted OP.
But one task remains. With this last coil disabled, there shall be naught left to bind Bahamut to this world. His beloved children will finally know peace.
You're awful nice to him. He hates you a lot, man.
Turns out that was a terrible idea and everything goes wrong.
Elegans do be having some tech, dude. You kept a giant super primal locked in a giant moon, and now it allowing him to really live or die. And what's up with that crystal? Looks a little weird. That was kind of a cool spectacle.
"'Tis done. He is truly gone." You knew, didn't you? You knew what Grandfather had become.
I'm still not 100% sure about what that is. No, what I was going to say a second ago was, is the reason they get different clothes, or at least she does, is because her stuff got so raggedly torn up on the thing? I can't remember. But no, I still, like, he turned Louis into, like, a phoenix dragon thing? It's a little strange and kind of inexplicable, but alright.
I was not certain, but from all I had gleaned, it seemed a distinct possibility. The scene people describe of the Battle of Cartano was one of unimaginable devastation, and 'tis through the combined prayers of the desperate and an abundant source of ether that primals are born. I merely put two and two together.
And you consider that a sufficient explanation? Well, however you stumbled across your theory, 'twas this revelation that made you wary of my attachment to Grandfather. You feared that in my obsession, I would fall under his primal sway. Is that why you decided to join us? To pull me back should I show signs of wavering?
Pray forgive me, sister. I wished only to protect you. Yet I see now that I needn't have doubted the strength of your conviction. May I ask you a question? What do you now intend to do with the truth you have uncovered?
Which particular truth was that, brother? The fact that desperate prayer gave rise to the primal phoenix? That this new god was responsible for setting Eorzea on the path to rebirth? Should such a tale become common knowledge, people would soon offer up their prayers in earnest. They would beseech Phoenix to complete the healing that was begun.
Yet as you and I know all too well, the very act of calling forth this savior would do more harm to the land than good.
Yeah, I think it's funny that people are just like, yeah, we need primals, things are bad, and then it's like the primal shows up and just makes it worse. They might add, but the thing is, it does seem to add stability sometimes to these groups, like the beast tribes and stuff. But yeah, no, nothing ever seems to good that comes out of a primal. The only one I'll give to point to is maybe Ramu, and even he's like got all the sylphs on that side all kind of crazy, so I wouldn't even go that far.
We cannot encourage such worship for this very reason. Were Grandfather forced to return as an ether-draining primal, it would undo all that he had worked to protect. Your abiding love for him was the key that unlocked the truth of the calamity. But keys may also serve to seal doors that were best left unopened. Let your love now guide your actions, and lock away deep inside the fate of both Grandfather and Bahamut.
Yeah, don't think about that or anything.
Fear not, Alfino. I understand what must be done. The realm need not know the truth for it to be saved. That the Elder Primal is banished, to return no more. That is enough. Let us make our way back to the surface. Poor Eorzea must be beside himself with worry.
Okay, so I realized something. I was like, I'm done. We're done. We're not done. There's still dialogue to go. So we gotta go talk to Eorzea first. So let's run over there and do that. I feel like such a goof. I'm like, oh yeah, we did it. It's all over. We're done. No, we're not. We gotta go talk to people. There's still dialogue and like closing discussions. I don't need to do that. Else it would bring the fail to sometime to close. Okay. Alright, I don't know if this is supposed to be before or after what we just did, because it asked me about the cutscene. I think this is after, so we're going to assume this is after, unless she says stuff that makes me think that it's before. So, doing our best.
And here we are again. After the descent into darkness, the desolation of northern Thanalan seems paradisal. As promised, I shan't reveal the truth of the calamity to a single soul. However, the nation... Okay, so it is afterwards. However, the nations of Eorzea will require certain assurances the threat of a new primal is gone. Kept in the dark over long, 'tis only a matter of time before they seek answers of their own accord. Let us recommend the fragments of Dalamud sealed off, and that the truth may rest undisturbed. But first, we must go and report to Urianger. It would not do to keep him in suspense. I dare say we should find him pacing up and down the cerulean processing plant.
Oh, so he's like here. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's go find Urianger. I just feel like such a goof. I'm like, yep, we're signing off, we're all good. And it's like, no, just kidding. Just kidding. Alright, let's go see what Urianger's up to. Ah, the warrior of light returneth undimmed from the depths of darkness. By the triumphant bearing, I taketh thou hast succeeded in thy mission, and yet thou art alone. Mistake me not, dear friend. Full glad that thy safe return. But where, pray, are Master Alphino and Mistress Eorzea? They're probably right behind me.
Hello there, friend. Forgive us our lateness. We took the scenic route. Bahamut is no more. The realm is safe.
By the heavens, look at you! They do be doting on him early on.
What horrors your young eyes must have seen, what suffering your young bodies must have borne. Pray tell me, where are you hurt? Your wounds must needs be cleansed and dressed at once. I shall make for your poultice to withdraw out. Be at ease, my friend. We are at hale and whole, I assure you. We took a few tumbles, but the worst of our hurts are healed. I believe we have grandfather to thank for that.
Master Louisoix, then you met with him once more? But wherefore should Bahamut's thrall seek to ease your suffering?
I promise to reveal all to you in due course, dear friend, but first there is a matter which requires our immediate attention. Now that Bahamut is defeated, we deem it best to bar entry to all fragments of Dalamud. To this end, we will convince the nation's leaders that the danger is past and invite their cooperation in ensuring that the fragments are never again disturbed. Come, let us depart and seek an audience with them forthwith.
A moment, sister. You need not burden yourself with this task. Urianger and I will have more than suffice. Might you not take this opportunity to rest? The gods know you have earned it.
But I am fine, brother. Besides, you have been through as much as I have. Oh, I see now. You would play your game of diplomacy and wish me out of the way. No, not be further from the truth, Eorzea.
My lady, it is in mine earnest belief that your brother hath the best interest at heart. You have more than done your part, and have desires but to relieve you of a burden he might easily bear alone.
I have some experience training with dignitaries, you must allow, and as it never failed to remind me of my fondness for diplomacy, I feel it only right that I remind you of your aversion to it. Then it is settled. Urianger, pray make arrangements for a chocobo carriage. The ride should give us ample time to prepare our story. Alphino! Though our paths are different, we share the same goal, do we not? But of course, dear sister, that which we have just achieved together stands as a testament to that fact. Whatever path we choose to take, our hearts shall ever lead us toward the same end. Of that I am certain. Thank you. There is a place I would visit. Might I ask you to accompany me? But first, I do believe a change of garments is in order. I won't take a moment.
I would think it would be great if she changed her clothes at this point, though. Like, this is what spurred her to change her clothes, but, you know. I doubt that. Oh, wait, okay, she does have different clothes. I think that's really her red mage stuff, but it's good enough. It's kind of in that realm, you know what I mean? Like, it's in the right direction, so to speak.
The landscape is the same. Of course, there is no reason that it would be otherwise. Though it would be poetic for fragments to magically disappear, I am well aware they will remain long after you and I are gone.
You know, there's a lot of monsters in this area. I don't know if this is really a place I would be hanging out and chilling out with, like, kids and stuff. I'm just saying.
The world may change irrevocably, but life shall ever go on. Let us take a closer look, shall we?
Like, but why though? Like, what am I missing? What's going on?
I have no doubt that Alphino will do an admirable job concealing the truth of the calamity. And such truths are revealed to those in dark depths who will never see the light of day. I myself agree that it must be so. But the thought of the people of Eorzea shall ever forever remain ignorant of their savior, of your deeds. The injustice of it is too much for me to bear.
That's right. I know, I'm awesome, but it's okay. People will figure it out eventually.
How typical of you, Tiberius, ever the hero. Even so, I cannot deny that I feel better for your reassurance. But I want you to know that I will never forget. You were the one who freed Grandfather's soul and saved Eorzea from Bahamut's wrath. And though these great deeds will never be remembered in song, their consequences will be felt forevermore by every soul who calls them realm home. Yes, this spot will do. For Grandfather, Nail, and the Dragon's Mare City, for all those who were taken by the calamity.
I mean, it seems... I mean, Nail's the whole reason that happened. I don't... Why are we... Okay. Sometimes people are just bleeding hearts, I guess. It's fine. It's not, like, terrible. It's just a little weird. To me, personally. Some people are just, like, very averted to death or anything like that. Like, oh, yeah. But, you know... I get it in a way.
At long last, our struggle with Bahamut is over.
Like, there's a part of me respects it, you know what I mean? Like, I think about it, and I'm like, yeah, no, I get it, but, you know.
The realm, given a new life through the prayers and sacrifices of countless souls, may look to a brighter tomorrow. When the dust of our adventure has settled, I shall embark on a journey. I mean to find my own reason to fight for Eorzea, and when I do, I will fight with all my being. You have done so much for me, Tiberius. One day I hope to be able to repay you in kind. I have no doubt but you will continue to help those in need and grow even stronger in so doing. I shall endeavor to do the same, and if the 12 are kind, I hope to one day become Eorzea's sword in the darkness, as you are. Come what may, you may rest assured that I will not be outdone by Alphino.
I'll give you an awkward thumbs up, no problem. See, even she's laughing at it.
When we next meet, I promise I will not disappoint you. Till that day, fare you well, my friend, and thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Where am I going? I'm just like walking up to the hills for no reason. Why? For what reason? Alright. Now that time was actually the end. Alright, with that, we have now actually finished the Binding Coil of Bahamut. And now I will firmly say, until next time.